58 got into the R6 here on Asaase Radio, the voice of our land. My name is King Lagazee. We're live on the Lagazee Sound International page, shared on Asaase Radio, the voice of our land page.
Easy.
On X, we're live on Asaase 99.5.
Easy.
On TikTok, we're live on Asaase 99.5.
Easy.
My name is King Lagazee, the 7-star general. Now listen to me carefully. I want everybody to calm down, calm down.
Easy.
Calm down. Reasoning time, calm down, calm down, calm yourself down. Everything good in the place. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, everything is everything, and everything is all right.
Easy.
I have Mr. Thomas Williams seated comfortably. You understand me? All the way from Brooklyn, the man touched down Côte d'Ivoire, from Côte d'Ivoire to Ghana.
Easy.
But as I said a while ago, for some time we've been communicating, and he was like, yo, Lagazee, you know the one named Mama T? I said, yes, me and Mama T are par long time. And then he said, yo, Lagazee, it's possible that this year we are going to touch down on Ghana, but not for a show, but for humanitarian purpose.
Easy.
And I'm like, all right, Ghana, I wait you. And ladies and gentlemen, he is here with us. And when he was coming, the man goes to boom and say, Ras Indio, what you say? Me I go Africa, man. You understand me? Come, let's go.
Easy.
And the two of them decide to throw to Africa for this humanitarian purpose in Ghana.
Easy.
Shiloh and Ras Indio, I would like to say Akwaba.
Thank you so much, my brother. Rastafari.
Truly a blessing.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
What a joy.
What a Akwaba.
What a Akwaba.
Akwaba means welcome.
Yes.
Aye, what a welcome. What a welcome.
Yeah, man.
Yo. So, how is the vibe? Let me start from Shiloh. How is the vibe from you touched down the airport? Because I've been following the videos and seeing that Nyabingi John play. You understand me? You know, Ni Congo Impese and all the crew, man like Mafia Ras and all the people them playing the drum. I was far away in the east and I was studying what was going on, and I could see the joy, you know, of the item coming home. Tell me, how was the experience like, you know, at the airport? Shiloh, tell me.
It was electrifying, Rasta. It was electrifying, you know. Finally for touch on the motherland, you know what I mean, Ghana, you know. Ghana is a different energy, man. I not tell you, I go Kenya, you know, I go Gambia, you know, I go Senegal before, but I not tell you, the energy I'm feeling at Ghana, you know, and it's a blessing for touch on the Ivory Coast for the first time.
Definitely.
You know, see it, you know, the show was great, you know, but you see that feeling there at the airport, brother.
Yeah.
You know, tell you, words couldn't explain, you know. I want to give thanks to the chief, you know, all of the high priests, them, you know. Yeah, man, because it's a spiritual journey with them, and if you see the warrior them come and bless it up, and everything start with prayer.
Definitely.
You understand? You know, see it, you know, without prayer we are nothing, Rasta, you know what I mean?
Of course.
So it's a blessing for be here, you know what I mean? Alongside my brother Ras Indio, you know what I mean?
Yes, my
Rastafari lives and rules and reigns, you know? Mama T, you don't know, Kendricks, yeah man, you know? Rastafari live.
I. Indio,
Yeah.
how was the experience?
You know, to come from the other side of the Atlantic Ocean,
Yeah,
where we've been calling home for so long,
definitely.
but then realize that really where we are now is home.
Oh, God.
That is the feeling that I've been having since I landed on this part of the Atlantic, you know?
Wow.
Especially in Ghana. Ivory Coast, as Shiloh said, was an amazing vibe, but for some reason, as we touched the airport in Ghana,
Yeah.
things just switch up. And, you know, we met real Rasta brethren. I showed all of them pictures
Yeah.
of my brethren's home in Belize so they could see how close, you know, how I feel, you know. Look
Definitely.
around, look, all the faces around.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm home in Belize.
Definitely.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
You know, and then let's not get into the food because the food is you know. Yeah.
The food is the same.
Like Mama T, her son Mohammed, big him up because Mohammed is a strong brother,
Mohammed.
you know, yeah.
Yeah.
He's over in Ivory Coast, but he was the first person to mention the word fufu to me and say,
All right.
he has to make sure I try this food. But what he didn't know, that fufu is our local dish of Belize by the Garifuna.
Oh, wow.
The Garifuna is one of the ethnic groups still on that side of the Atlantic,
Wow.
which holds on to a lot of the African culture, even the language, you know. So, that was an amazing thing for me to come and meet fufu way over here, And yesterday we tried it again, and they mix it with cassava and plantain, and I never had that one before.
Wow.
So I love it.
Wow.
So that's just talking about food. That's a different topic,
Definitely.
Yes,
I give thanks that the welcoming was great. Now, does this welcome signifies that really and truly Ghana is the gateway to Africa?
Rastafari.
Circle of center of the world.
Yeah, we're not the center of the world, Yeah, man, for real, man.
Center of the world.
Why me not tell a guy, man? You see all that thing they were named Watchy?
Yeah.
Tell us something, man. You know what I mean? You just see it, Yeah, man, for real, man. Them give us some, what do you call it, ground peanut soup?
Yeah.
Groundnut.
Yeah.
Groundnut. You know what I say? You see it, and the spices,
Oh,
yeah. Now, tell a guy, from we touched down and thing, it's just been a joy, and it's just been so much love.
Yes.
You know what I mean? See it, and that we come for bring for the people set speed, you know what I mean? Because,
Definitely.
we're full of love,
Definitely.
And that's the thing there, my brother.
Definitely. We give thanks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have an important issue to deal with. But before we go further into things, let us, even though we've dealt with Shiloh over here, remember, Reggae Month in February, he was in Jamaica. And then he was going up and down. You understand? People were distracted. People were calling him and all that. But he had to make time and talk to us. So there were certain informations we couldn't get it well. But this evening, let us go into his life a bit, know him a bit, come back, know Ras Indio to a bit, and then we'll talk about the purpose of them being in Ghana. I have seen a press conference. I have seen them visiting, Cape Coast, the School of Deaf and of the blind and all that. The main reason why they are here and the ways and means to kind of raise funds to support, this particular agenda. Remember also, tomorrow is the meet and greet at Akuma village. We're going to talk about that. Now, let's go to Shiloh, a man who started on sound system. And then, I have been listening to some of the interviews very carefully. And I'm like, so these people don't know that Shiloh is not a Jamaican. You understand me? And, a lot of the time, I have seen artists like the Pressure Boss Pipe. They are doing so well when it comes to reggae, Natural Black. Look at Queen Omega. These people are making reggae huge. You understand me? And they are not Jamaicans. You understand me? Remember, Peter Tosh said one thing. No matter where you come from, as long as you're a black man, you're African. You understand me? So all of us are one.
Right away.
But, sometimes we must give credit to who credit is due.
Yes,
you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Now, there was a situation where, Stoneboy, Ghanaian artist, said reggae music is Jamaican but is rooted in Africa. And the whole world began to bash him up. You understand me? I've had people call me and kind of lash him up and all that. And one of the people them that really lashed Stoneboy was Queen Africa. I had Queen Africa on this show. And then I posted a question to Queen Africa. And Queen Africa said, Lagazee, if reggae music is rooted in Africa, then Africa must stand for it. Because up to now, me no see Africa really stand up in this Gideon for reggae music. So if it's rooted in Africa, then Africa must really stand up for it. I say, all right, no problem. Shiloh, you are here. You are a man who started on a sound system. And sound system play integral part of this particular fraternity. Yes, you understand me? You realize that all the artists that came from the sound system culture era, all of them are good. Immediately you play rhythm, they just step into the rhythm just like that. Boom. They don't say yo. No. As soon as you play the rhythm, them go in it. Buffing. You understand me? But look like the artists of today are cut and paste artists. That sometimes when I think about it, I say, boy, I wish we could go back to the olden days, or from the early, 70s to the 80s to the 90s, where everything was original, no synthetic. As a man who started with sound system culture, how do you see our fraternity now?
Well, it's a total different vibration, you know. Cause even when I be recording sometime, the man them ask me, them say, just sing the chorus one time, man, and we will move it up. I said, nah, man. I said, that's how the thing go. You understand me? I said, me no want, you know, like me just do one chorus and you just, you know, copy and paste it and make it the sound. No, and that's how we record. We have to record from top to bottom. You understand me? I try to show you from the start to the end.
Yes.
You know, the energy where you put in at the thing. You know, that's why I have to give thanks for Sound System. I have to give thanks for Ballets International. You know, watching so much great artists like Tenasa, Nitty Gritty, Sluggy Ranks, Frankie Paul, Barrington Levy perform as a little youth.
Yes, sir.
You understand me? I try to show you them things. They show I enough things, you know, Screechy Dan, Red Fox. The list goes on, you know. You understand me? I say so. It's a blessing, you know. Me not telling you, but these days, you know, the youths them it's like they miss out on that part of the thing there. You understand me? I try to show you, you know, see it, you know. You know, don't get me wrong, you know. I love the youths them and thing, you know, and we listen to the youths them set speed, but it's a different energy. You understand me? I try to show you, you know, see it from the foundation of how the thing did I go from them time there. I mean, no, it's a change is a must still. You understand? Because as the time go along and certain thing, but that same way the youth them need for gravitate around some of the foundation too, so them can get certain things, you know what I mean, from them. You know, but nowadays, not for the youths, them going like they're bigger than the foundation.
Right.
You understand? You know, see it, you know, and you know, but you know, I just saw the thing set still, but enough is stay so. Yeah, enough is stay so, you know what I mean? You know, see it, because the youth them are inspiration to enough of the young youths them right now. You understand? And it's all about a positive message, a good vibration. You know, see it? Yes, man.
All right. So, Shiloh, starting on the sound system from the word go, from scratch, how was it for you as a youth growing up?
It was a blessing for me because I'm amongst a whole heap of different artists. You understand? And just watching them do them thing, me used to go home and go in at the mirror, stand up on the tool, create them and looking at the mirror and practice and go on like me a tenor, you know, see it, you know. And trust me, you know what I mean, through all of them things there, bring Ras Shiloh right now, you know what I mean, taking pages out of different books. You understand? You know, see, great books. You understand me? I try to show you, you know, see it, you know, because trust me, you know, we have a whole heap of different voices in a Lagazee.
Definitely.
You understand me? I say, you know, see it, and these are the things that we took from different great artists. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you know, we have to learn each one, teach one, you know.
Yes, sir.
You understand? No one no bigger than the one in this thing here, you know. You understand? And music is a serious thing. Music and nothing for we play around with, you know. You know, but me just give Jah thanks, say me come the time that me come, and me experience what me experience, and me go through what me go through, because I couldn't be the person that I am today if I haven't gone through it and experienced it that way there.
How did Ballets International prepare you for this particular journey?
If it wasn't for Ballets International, man, you know, Ras Shiloh wouldn't even be here right now. Bally are the first man for tell me for sing, cause I start off as a little DJ. You know, see it, big belly youth, them call me, you know? You know, see it, you know, yeah, my little chunky youth, and you know what I mean, short and stubby. You know, see it, you know, and one time me there in the basement, and I tape up the speaker wire them, and Bally gone upstairs, and my daddy I sing out, and Bally come down, and he must hear me, and he must say, Big Belly, are you that? He must say, yo, you for sing, man. I say, you for sing, man. You know, see it, you know? And one time we did on a show with Admiral Bailey and, you know, enough other artists like King Kong, thing in a reggae lounge in a New York there, in a Manhattan there, and I tell you, say, I mash up the place as a little DJ, I'm run out of lyrics. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm going to sing a song.
Yeah.
And the whole place mash up, and from that, there was no looking back, you know.
Wow.
You understand me? I try to show you. So at the end of the day, we have to give thanks for Ballys, you know. Bally, rest in peace, you know, because you're always with me. I think about you all the time.
Yes, sir.
And I know your energy and your spirit in the left way, because I always believe in we from day one. You know, see it. So Ballys International is a big part of my journey in this thing here. You know, see it, you know. So big up all of the Fulton crew, all of the Rockfort man them, McGregor Gully man them. Seeing? Because trust me, it really take a village, you know.
Definitely. But one thing baffles my mind a lot. Why do people think Shiloh is a Jamaican?
I probably true. I spend enough time at Jamaica and, you know, how we talk and certain little things. But like me show you, you know, I pay a yard man grow me from my father drop out from me at 10-year-old, you know. So I pay a yard man take me, you know. When I say take me, you know, as for them, you know. You understand? And me go to Jamaica, I spend all 5, 6, 7 years at a time. You understand what I say? You know, see it, and me down there in the struggle. You understand me? I say, and I like say, me down there and me just alright, and me in the struggle. Me I got you all heap of sufferation, I got you enough thing. You understand me? I try to show you, but at the end of the day, me know who me be. I'm always have to give thanks for Brooklyn, New York, because at the end of the day, at Dessa, my neighbor string cut. You understand? And we love Jamaica and we love all the Yaad people, because trust me, them play a big role in the I&I, you know what I mean, life. You know what I mean? But certain things, you know, it is what it is, you know what I mean? You know, see it, you know, but like we say, we neighbor string cut of Brooklyn, man. You know, see it.
Definitely.
Kings County Hospital.
30 minutes gone into the R7 here on Asaase Radio, the voice of our land. Let me talk to Ras Indio. Ras Indio, now, walk us through your journey into, reggae music. Like, where you were born, how the whole journey, started with the eye.
Yeah, man. Well, I'll start with my father, Brother David. I have to pick up my father right here on Asaase Radio.
Oh, wow.
Brother David Obi, who is the one why I do music.
Wow.
If it wasn't for my father, in the early 80s, doing reggae music in California, where you say I was born, networking with all the early bands, imagine the 80s and reggae music in Los Angeles, So he was a part of that growing reggae fraternity, as you call it. And I grew up in that, I grew up listening to Burning Spear, Peter Tosh, all the names you can imagine, reading the albums, vinyl, reading who's the instrument and musicians, and then picking up instruments and wanting to be like them.
Wow.
That's basically where my journey started. My first gift at age 7 was a drum set. Not one of the ones that break, a full drum set.
Full drum set.
All right?
All right.
The neighbors used to be upset. They used to rail up to my mom. They used to say, please. But without that drum set, I wouldn't have become the drummer that I am right now to this day.
Oh, wow.
You understand? And my father still says you should pick up the drums. Because if I truly was to step back from singing, I could be a drummer in a band if I was to take it up, The next thing I moved on to, imagine now, 6 years old, 7 years old, growing up and falling asleep under the keyboard player's stand. It was my place to go and lay down as they were rehearsing. And he was a member of the band Unity, which later became Babylon Warriors, which later became Bandiki Bandula. These are the names that I remember throughout the Los Angeles growing reggae scene, right? And I used to fall asleep under the keyboard stand until I became 15, and not until I became 15. I fell asleep then. But later on, when I was 15, I became the official keyboard player in my father's band, Tribal Vibes.
Aye.
Tribal Vibes.
Tribal Vibes.
At the age of 15.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I used to have keyboards surrounding me. And enough, I'm not an ego person and all that, but they used to claim I was one of Belize's best keyboardists at that time.
Wow.
So, that's where it started. But I used to always dabble in the mic. I used to always write. I used to have an aunt. I have an aunt that used to do pageants. And she used to ask me to rapinade to the girls, not serenade them.
Sid.
She used to put me on a flyer and say, Ras Indio will rapinade to the girls.
Yeah.
So, and that's where my lyrical vibes began. And so, I was a very lyrical artist. I have pictures to show. You go on the Facebook and these turns you can see. And the history just grow. And here we are now, Ras Indio in Ghana, 4 albums deep, sitting alongside my brother, Ras Shiloh.
Rastafari.
I'm in support of him and this movement that we came through Mama T. I could have gave up in Ivory Coast and said, I want to go back to America. But I'm like, no, you going to Ghana?
All right.
I'm coming.
You're coming.
Yes,
Wow. Wow.
Rastafari.
So let's see. In which year did you start recording, like professionally?
Professionally?
Yeah.
1994.
1994.
Alongside a group in Los Angeles, we called ourselves the Wood Dwellers.
The Wood Dwellers.
Yes, we used to feel like we're a bushman,
Same.
So we're in a Babylon, but we're the Wood Dwellers. And that was when I began recording professionally, because we hit up some big studios in Los Angeles, Paramount Studios, and a couple other places, and did some nice recordings. And those songs today are still around, But I went home to Belize, and I decided to set up my own studio.
In Belize?
In Belize. after some time I realized it's better when you have certain control of your own music than to work with people.
In which year was that you decided to go to Belize and
we went
build
to
up
Belize,
a home studio?
We went to Belize in 1999 officially.
1999.
And gave up Babylon. It was my father's thing. We said, make we go. We're going back to home to Belize. And we built up Belize. And so, but I was there, I would say it was 2008 when, because my father has always had a studio that I work in. But 2008 is when I built my own. And I opened up those doors of indigenous recording music studio. And it's still there right now, waiting for me to go back and open up the doors so that we can let the younger artists, because that was my goal. It's not only for myself, it's to let the younger artists and around my area get, involved. Because music, I see what it did to me. So I want to inspire others the same way.
Wow.
Yes, I
am.
Yes, I am.
You have seen what music has kind of done for you, so you want to inspire others.
With the same music, with the same music.
With the same
music. It's very powerful,
Definitely.
Once you hear something 15 times, you never forget it.
Of course.
It's like something that is embedded. That's why so many things are in the form of music. This is why movies and all these, everybody use music to get the message across.
Definitely.
Even politicians.
Hey, even though they are fraud.
Yes. Yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful conversation over here between myself, King Lagazee, Ras Shiloh, and also Ras Indio. And we reason about their, artistic life, you understand me, and also the main reason why they are in Ghana. Before we touch base on the main reason why they are here, let me touch base with Shiloh once again and ask him about, the era of live artists on sound system. How did that propel, the journey? And then from there to where the sound system says, all right, we don't need live artists again. Now in our competition, we're going to use dubplate. You understand me? And then the aspect of dubplate also set in. You understand me? I would like you to take us through that particular journey.
Well, the dubplate them was cutting still from long time still. Balies have wally for dubplate from them time still, but the live artists, especially when you're in a clash. This sound over here, so I've feed them group of artists with them, because when me as a little youth, Balies and Addy sound always a clash. Addies have a little DJ upon them sound, I think him name Little TR, you know what I mean? And Balies have me as Big Belly Youth, see it, and it was just it was just an energy, you know what I mean? See it, and the dubplate vibes, it come later on, come really kind of slow down the live artists on the sound system still, but man, them vibes, man, it's like some things it's coming like words can't even really explain, my brother. Me not telling a lie. See it, but all of them things there, you know what I mean? See it, really bring I and I upon a strong energy, like when it come to music and rhythms, because the sound system give we a vibes with rhythm, We not play with rhythm, we know rhythm. When we hear real rhythm, we know, say, yeah, this is the rhythm what we are work with. You understand me? I say, but trust me, my brother, you know what I mean? Dubplate and the artist thing, Yeah, man, it's a vibe, man,
It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibes.
Now, people, listen to me, man. I want to put Shiloh on the spot because he is a man who has been DJing on live set and all that and all that.
I mean, I have to big up my mother, Rest in peace to my mother, You see, my mother? Yeah. My mother is the first person for ever tell me, say, me sound like Garnet Silk,
Yes, sir.
See it,
yes,
because me used to just rewind and forward and rewind and me in my room, and more time my mother in the living room, and she just listen to me. And one time she just come through at my door and she just look for me and say, she said, you sound just like him. See it, so that's how I know, it's like it's a vibes, you see the energy is a spiritual connection between me and Garnet Silk, I have to big up the whole Smith family, because you see, me could have never leave Garnet out of this conversation, because when people hear Ras Shiloh, them have to remember Garnet Silk.
Of course.
You understand what I'm saying? I have to big up the whole Smith family, because enough people say, boy, rare, but we try our best to keep it original.
Yeah.
And this is a unity thing,
Definitely.
Music is a unity thing. It's not a self thing.
Of course.
You understand? Four heads is better than one.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And trust me, me not telling a lie, Garnet. play a big role in a Ras Shiloh life.
We give thanks.
Bless.
We give thanks. And again, talking about Ghana Silk now, the way people are of the view that, oh, you sound like this man. You are not original. You sound like this man. Go sit down. You are not original. When such things step in as Shiloh, where Garnet is no more, but you are holding the torch, and everybody who listens to Shiloh know that, all right, I have to go back and go listen to Ghana Silk too.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel?
From every star, bring a star.
Of course.
You understand me? I try to show you.
Yes, sir.
From every star, bring a star. You
Yes,
know what
sir.
I mean? That
Yeah.
is the truth. You know what I mean? And when a man start off, it might sound like, even like Assassin, you know? People used to say Assassin sound like Buju. But
Yeah.
at the same time, Assassin, him grow into him own a thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You understand me? I try to show you. Even when you hear Ras Shiloh now, you know, because trust me, you know, you hear we, you know, we, you know, different from Garnet, you know.
Yeah.
You understand? You know,
Yeah.
see, so at the end of the day, every star bring us each star from a star. You know what I mean? You know, see it, you know. Trust me, this is the truth.
Yes.
Yeah, man, for real. And,
Yes, sir.
and we don't watch them thing there because you see, at the end of the day, it's all about keep coming original. You understand? When you play these, you know how good me feel when me hear these music I play?
Yeah.
It make my heart feel full.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
You understand? Because it's unity work, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, man,
Definitely.
because the Almighty say unity is the only accepted goal, you know. You understand? Until we can come together. That's why Bob Marley said, Africa unite.
Yeah.
You understand what I try to show you? You know,
Yeah.
see, until we unite, you know, brother. You know what I mean? When we unite, we're stronger.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So
You're
at
right.
the same time, you know, we have to just give Jah thanks for everything that he put us through, all the experience that we experienced. You know what I mean? You know, see, because them experiences and them trials and tribulation what we've been through make we the person that we are today.
Stronger.
Definitely.
Yes, Rasta.
Definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, now listen carefully. I want to play my favorite rhythm, and I want Shiloh to bless the whole of Ghana
Please.
on this particular rhythm. Shiloh, you ready?
Ready, man?
Easy.
To Zion, yeah, yeah. Asaase Radio, oh, oh. King Lagazee, yeah. On to Zion we go. Ghana don't move slow, no. Rastafari rules and reigns, and we're going where the blessings flow. I love you. On to Zion we go. Pull it up. I may have to big up Peter Morgan. We love you. Rest in peace, Peter Morgan. And you come look for me and come find me for this. Ah, yeah. Ras Indio, big up yourself. I just leave it and rain it, man. On to Zion we go. And I can't move slow, no. Rastafari rules and reigns, and we're going where the blessings flow. Natty B, on to Zion we go. And I can't move slow, no, no. Repatriation is a must. We're going where the blessings flow. On to the land of righteousness, leaving this land of sinfulness, to where righteousness covers the earth like water covers the sea. Yeah. Just like water covering Rastafari, see. Ras Shiloh love you so. Ghana, on to Zion we go. Asaase Radio don't move slow, no. Rastafari rules and reigns, and we're going where the blessings flow. Music is the rod and we are Moses. Yeah. Leading God's children to the promised land. Music is the voice of his brother Aaron. Yeah, 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 yeah. Preaching and comforting at the Father's commands. But money rise and gone and them think with it done. Touch rise and gone and them think with it done. Jacob Miller rise and gone, them think with it done. Peter Morgan rise and gone, but look ya, Morgan family come. And many rise to their up, Sizzler. Rise. And many rise to his up, Ras Indio.
Rise.
And many rise to his up.
Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up.
Oh well now, oh well now, well. Wah. Asaase Radio. Teach the people now how it goes. King Lagazee, man. Are you satisfied? Wipe those tears from your eyes. Brother. Blessing all praises to the Almighty, man. Scotcha. What? Well now, well now. Do you know who this is? Oh, Shiloh wants you to know, yeah. Are you satisfied? Wipe those tears from your eyes. I'm all alone, still you thought I was telling a lie. Are you satisfied? No one's with me tonight. Only Jah, and he's always by my. Come on, my people. Pretty little woman, you don't trust me no more. You don't have to break down my door. I'm all alone. Come inside and you will see there's no one here but me. I told you I'll soon be over. Still you refuse to believe. Are you satisfied? Wipe those tears from your eyes. I'm all alone in the wagwan. Give me a piece, my man.
Yeah, man. And we say, Jah bless us always through the struggle and the strain. Jah bless us always. Pull up that. Yeah, man, Shiloh, blazing fire.
We deal with it, man. Unity is strength.
Asaase Radio. Jah bless us always through the struggle and the strain.
Yeah. Ras Indio.
Lagazee, big up yourself. Me love the vibes in the studio. Ghana, big up yourself. Mama T, big up yourself.
5-0, big up yourself.
Watch out now. Hey. They don't tear. Even though your message is so clear, they don't see. When prophecy is all around we, but like the rose springing from the concrete, yeah. With songs of melody, Jah prophet overcome, yeah. Jah bless us always through the struggle and the strain. Jah bless us always throughout the suffering and the pain. Jah bless us always throughout the shackle and the chain. Ras Shiloh, tell the people them of Ghana.
Okay, say Babylon is burning down. Who the children? And Melchizedek keep at the king for Jerusalem. We could be more them are down. Once more again, Selassie I love Jerusalem. Some jump on some pin down a row. Who the children? Melchizedek keep at the king for Jerusalem. We come for you more them are down. Once more again, Selassie I love Jerusalem. To divide and rule is their only plan, Rasta and a fool, yeah, to let them overcome. I and I are kings in this jungle, seated up so high, and so humble. Many fall, yeah, and they stumble along the way.
Big up Jack Floor.
Ras Indio.
And I may say we blaze fire, burning the wicked and the dirty vampire. We blaze fire, Asaase blaze fire. Lagazee will definitely give me the job. One. Cableton say more fire, Sizzler say fire, Fantan Moja say fi welcome the fire. Who love that?
Yo, Lagazee, Yaad, we out, you know.
I like the fire.
Yeah, listen. Listen to me, man. Asaase Radio, the voice of our land.
we do it.
33 minutes gone into the R7.
Easy.
We are busting a sweat in you now.
Me, I tell you, the whole place a catch fire, man. Yo, now let's come back to the conversation. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down.
Drink some water.
Everybody drink some water and calm yourself down. Now, let's talk about Shiloh, the main reason why you are in Ghana. We had a conversation, and per the conversation, you said, Lagazee, I am going to come to Ghana this year. It is not going to be for a performance, but trust me, it is going to be for a humanitarian purpose. Even having this notion alone, I know God is going to bless you in terms of whatever you're going to do for the people of Ghana. Now, talk to me about it.
Well, me not tell a lie, it's a blessing, you know. And we have to big up, you know what I mean, Africa Unite, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Africa
man,
Unite,
you know
so!
I mean? Yeah, man, Africa Unite, because at the end of the day, you know what I mean, our years, you know what I mean, the man them a fight for this cause. You
Definitely.
know what I mean? You know, see it, you know what I mean? Big up Mama T, you know? You know, it been a long way, you know, fighting for this cause, you know what I mean? So right now we just come for give us strength, you know what I mean, any way we can to the school, you know what I mean? And to we family, because the whole of we are family, you know.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
You know, and when we come together under one goal, you know, and one aim, you know, things have to go on properly, you know what I mean? You know, like me say, we not come for giving no broken promises and things, but we here for humanitarian vibes. You know, it's all about the Cape Coast School for the deaf and the blind. You know, see it, and you know, it's all about, you know, getting some, you know, things where the youths them need. You know what I mean? You know, a whole heap of things. We was there, we visit the school. You know, a whole heap of blessings fall. We see the roof a leak and certain little things. So there's enough work to be done. You know what I mean? And I feel like the Most High bless me, you know what I mean, for stand up for these kind of purposes. You know what I mean? I see it, you know. So at the end of the day, it's a blessing for Ras Shiloh, and plus. Them Nehemiah and I, you know, the musical ambassador for the school.
Wow.
You understand? So it's a serious thing, you know what I mean? It's a very serious thing, and we just try to get some real good people aboard, because it's a unity thing. One hand can't clap.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And this thing mean a lot to me, because enough people don't know, you know. But Ras Shiloh got through a problem with my eye too, you know. You understand? You know what I mean? I just, you know, yeah, man, you know, enough time I got through enough look a problem with my eye. You know, see it, and trust me, if you see the talent what the youth them have, because trust me, they might can't hear or see, but the Almighty give them a whole heap of different blessings.
Extra senses.
Yeah, extra senses, man, where we not have. And trust me, you know, I watch the blind, I beat the drums, and the deaf I dance.
Wow.
I mean, I tell a guy in a king, it's powerful. You know what I mean? So right now, we just come for do whatever we can do for make sure them have what them need. For move on to the next level, you know, them like music and them thing, they try to bring some instruments so them can play, and whatever we can do for make the things better. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, remember me tell you, we have to stand up for these things, you know what I mean? You know, see, trust me, my brother, and it's a blessing to be here in Ghana, you know what I mean? Upon this mission. You know what I mean? Alongside my brethren Ras Indio.
Yes, I.
You know what I mean? Alongside my brethren Kendricks and them Queen.
Yes, I.
You know what I mean? Jody, big up yourself, you know.
Boop, boop.
Yeah, man. And big up all of my family, them from Bermuda, because trust me, Ras Shiloh love Bermuda differently.
Yeah,
Definitely.
You understand me? I try to show you. You know, see it, you know?
Yeah,
Mama T been fighting the struggle for so many years, you know. You know, I'm have to big up her husband too, you know?
Yes.
Rest in peace, because I'm living her, you know.
Yes,
Definitely.
She's a very fiery woman, you know.
Powerful empress.
You understand me? I say,
Yeah.
you know, Mama T, you fit there by a microphone too, you know.
man.
I
Yeah,
don't know
man.
you
Of
stuck in that
course,
corner.
of course,
You understand?
of course.
But
I'm going to invite Mama T in, but before I invite Mama T in, Ras Indio, talk to me about this particular project. As you visit the school, what did you see, and how was the feeling like for you to be part of such a movement?
Well, again, in support of my brother Ras Shiloh, you know, and this movement. Back in Belize, I've been very affiliated with the youths also. You know, I released a song called UNITY, UNITY, that I unity. And with that song, we toured many of the schools and did a non-violent campaign. You understand? To try and promote more positive and peaceful environment in the schools and around Belize. So now coming to Ghana and being a part of this, which is even a greater movement,
all right.
you know, because we're talking about here at home now.
Definitely.
And we're talking about the youths that, like Shiloh said, it amazed me to see the video they showed us of the deaf playing the drum. and the blind dancing. Is that the way it was?
The blind was a beat the drum and the deaf a dance.
The deaf a dance.
Yes,
and the blind a beat
you hear
the
that?
drum.
Just imagine that in a serious thing that's in my life. And I tell you, say, them a hold it.
All right.
Wow.
You know, see it, I have to big up
Choreograph.
Africa Unite, because I'm Africa Unite song.
Africa Unite song.
You know, Ras Mafia and them man.
Zylo.
Them man fight for them thing from long time. And I just like say, you understand, because I have to make sure, say, me mention them because them man I fight the struggle with boots
on the ground.
You know what I mean? From such time, So right now, for we boots step on the ground now, and we just come to give a bigger strength.
Yes.
Right now, you understand what I'm trying to show you, and that's all gonna happen through the powers of the Almighty.
Yeah, man.
You understand? You know, see, because without the Most High, nothing is possible, brother.
Definitely.
You know, see it,
Definitely.
Real man, trust me.
All right. No money in the world have me doing this right now. What we're doing. You understand?
Of course.
Came.
Mama T, please come.
Yes, I.
Come grab this microphone for me.
The Queen, the Empress.
You understand me?
Mama T.
Yo, Mama T. Yo. When Shiloh told me that, Lagazee, you know Mama T, and I'm like, Shiloh, how you mean?
Long time.
Myself and Mama T go way back. And then he said, we're going to come to Ghana on a humanitarian level. Mama T, talk to me. Where from this idea? Where from this inspiration? What even hit your head for you to even link Shiloh and then Ras Indio and say, yo, listen, let's go to Ghana and do this?
Yes, it was a perfect blend, to have, it's like the opposites attract kind of thing. And it's like this one has fire and this one has the hammer, And I'm like, oh, this would be perfect. So we have been planning to do something in Ghana since 2014. Mafia and Ras Mafia and Pese Stew, been working alongside them for a long time also. And I met them when we brought Turbulence a while back, and we were doing some work around that, and we were talking about the future and what are we going to do, because I believe that we have to do more than just music.
Definitely.
As musicians. And so with me being a Pan-Africanist, I knew that it had to be something that will unify the people, that will go with the theme of Africa Unite. I'm a Nkrumah's also. I really believed in the concept and the ideal of doing something humanitarian with the school. So they gave me a proper proposal. And I read it and I looked it over. I said, yeah, this is something we can do, but we need a soldier. We need a foot soldier to do something like this. And I brought many different artists and said, well, what about this one? What about that one? And then about a year ago, a young man, Ishmael, that I work with in the Gambia, he was like, Mama T, I was at a Gramps at the Morgan Heritage Show, and I ran into Ras Shiloh there. And you know what? I told him that you got to talk with Mama T. You guys need to get together because she's on something. And so actually Ishmael, like, he just made it happen, and we connected like brother and sister. He's like my little bro and everything. And I'm like, yeah, I can work with this brother. There's no problem. I worked with a lot of artists back in the day, and everything. And so finally we came around each other again. It came back, like, I don't know. It's like mystical in a way. It was like it kept going full circle, but then finally it just happened. And then Ras Mafia called me. He said, Mama T, he said, now the name that you submitted this time, that's the one. He said, Ras Shiloh, we got to go with that, brother. We got to go with Ras Shiloh. I'm like, okay. Now we started to feel like, okay, we can do this. It's possible. We sent the proposals to Ras Shiloh. He's like, yeah, Mama T, that's right down my lane. I can handle that. I can do that. I would want to do that. That's a righteous thing, he said. That's a righteous project to do, and everything. And so we all was on the same page with the righteousness and how we were going to just let Jah lead us and help bring the rest of it together. But I was also a little bit full-fledged because I'm a Garveyite too, and I'm like, well, if we're going to do this thing, we have to start thinking about Black empowerment, Black economic empowerment, reparation, retribution, repatriation. How are we going to do this? And so things started to line up. And when I do things and plan, I do it accordingly, to our forefathers, the Pan-Africanists and things. And I feel like if we stay on that wavelength and we continue to reach out to our community and back with each other and doing business with each other, you know, that this thing is going to happen. It's going to be great. It's already happening already. You know, we already jump-started things, and so here we are. You know, so I'm happy. They happy. We ready to work. You know,
all right.
ready to work it.
But the main thing is, when you come to Ghana, we have so many sectors, you understand me, who really need help. You understand me? But if I close my eyes and I go deep into myself, why the deaf and the blind though?
Well, you know, we have gotten many proposals about the cripple and about this and that. And like Ras Shiloh said, he's been struggling with some difficulty, you know, with eye issues and things of that nature. And so it felt, you know, to his heart. You know, he took it to heart. And so we just went on with it, you know. And so that's the community that we're looking at. We're not excommunicating any other communities, but that's the one that...
And this is the beginning of,
you know, this is just the start.
Yes,
all right.
So we hope that we can do more, but we got to kind of take baby steps right now.
All right. So Mama T, when you visited the school in Cape Coast, you know, what exactly do they have on the table? And what support are you and the team going to put together for these people?
Well, we have a declaration that we're working on in terms of a memorandum of understanding of what we can do and what they're requiring, what they're asking for, and what their requests are. So we're doing everything very scientifically and everything. And so we're getting things that's going to be written, and we're not just talking and everything. So they told us their needs, and we're going to supply those needs. You know, if it's physical, human resources, to get people who are medical doctors that have specialties in eye, ear, nose, and throat, those type of things, to do screenings, to reach out to the medical community. And we're talking about, you know, besides braille machines, other different types of equipment that they're going to need for the school. Some things in the buildings need to be fixed. You know, it's obvious that there's some structures that need fixing and things like that. And another thing that we're going to be working on is the eye on the Forest project, and that's the theme of this IEYE on the Forest project. And eventually we'll
Eye on the force.
Yes, eye.
Forest.
Okay.
Eye on the forest.
Your eye.
Eye on the forest.
Like I and I, but EYE.
Yeah.
Eye.
All right.
Eye and I on the forest.
Forest. Okay.
And it's going to be dealing with climate change. So we're hoping that the students, as we continue to develop this project, that they would be planting trees. We're going to have a tree-planting ceremony where the blind and deaf students would be participating in planting trees. We also have discussed a playground for the physically blind and hearing, because there's special playgrounds so they don't harm or hurt themselves. That's going to be braille and raised playground area. So it's very, very, you know, contemporary. It's going to be something very different.
All right. But the Akam people have a proverb. They say, Kwancheng adieyefe yadisika na eto. You understand me? I don't know how to translate that to English, but I have to try. They say, when you're walking by the roadside, things you see beside the roadside are all beautiful, but it takes money to buy them. You understand me? All these things, the bottom line is the Benjamins. Now, let me ask you, you being the head of this movement, how are we going to raise that money to be able to support this particular, or to fuel this particular movement?
Well, a lot of it's not just physical, economic, like paper capital. A lot of it's machines, because a lot of the materials we need, those things can be donated and shipped.
Okay.
You know, it's like you need computers, and we can get computers to have computers donated, but special type of computers are needed for the blind, because there's a lot of new stuff out there. Like software is very expensive for blind. You know, so there's many things that has been modernized that they need updated. And human resources, like I mentioned before, is getting people who can come and train, and getting people who are available that can teach sign language and things of that nature. Medical students, whoever out there, Peace Corps workers. You know, so there's a collective of mobilization of different organizations and different people. If people want to do hardcore fundraising in terms of capital money, that's a different issue, but we also have that process going too.
And that's why I'm saying that, you know what I mean, me personally, you know what I mean, you know, as long as I'm working and doing shows, I'm willing to put a percentage of my thing towards the school as well, because at the end of the day, you know, it's all about doing what we can do. You know, just like me say, I'm not rich, but I'm rich in spirit and in truth.
Hallelujah.
And we have the heart.
Yes.
The heart is willing, You understand what I'm saying? So by the powers and grace of the Most High, you know what I mean, we just ask him for keep we strong, you know, health and strength, you know, and as we working, you know, we still can put a thing out of fill pocket when we make a thing towards the school. You understand what I'm trying to show you in the seed? And like we said, this is just the beginning of something. It's not just like, it's just only this that we're going to focus on, because after we accomplish certain things and deal with certain things, then we can think about moving on to something different as well.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And trust me, like me said, by the grace and powers of the Most High, are just them kind of energy there. And you have to have the heart for this, my brother.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? Because enough artists get paid a whole heap of money and them not think about for even, you understand what I say? So at the end of the day, it's all about walking the walk. We not come for making no broken promises. You understand what I'm saying? In the seat, you know, and we just come for do what we can do for make a difference.
I am glad you are not a politician. Yeah. I am glad you are not a politician, because politician, they might go say it nice, but you not hear from them again.
Rastafari.
But I give thanks.
You were here.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, there's a collective group of different organizations that are partake in this effort that we're trying to do, that we're doing actually, because we've already started, and the school has given us their proposal and their and their line item, the details, and we're also having, like I said, scientific, statistically, we have to have percentages, you know, different things that we're making sure that's going to be implemented.
All right.
So that it's going to be transparent, you know, communication, organization, mobilization. These things are very important, because it's a massive project, but then again, it's not so massive because we know the community that we're dealing with. I mean, when I was at the school, the question you asked me was, what did I feel about it? I felt that, met the headmaster, met some of the staff people, they're very likable, going to be easy to work with. Those things are very important. We're all on the same page. We had students that taught us sign language.
Yes,
we were there, so we got a chance to learn our names in sign language. They gave us a little bit of lesson, so we can get an idea of what it is to do sign, you know, interact with the students. So we had that opportunity to do that. We got a chance to see the grounds, and that's important because we have to see physically too.
Of course.
What you're asking, and that's why we came, because we want to see where is the school, what's going on, what is the need, what is this, what is that, you know, evaluation. And so we had to take that step and go to Cape Coast and view everything and see the details and things. And we met with some of the headmasters and the teachers, and they brought some of the students there so we can interact and everything. So I feel really good about it.
All right, Mama T. Mama T, I would like to say thank you so much for taking this bold step and for inviting our brother, you know, Ras Shiloh and also Ras Indio, you know, to be part of this particular movement so that we can achieve this particular goal for the blind and also the deaf in Cape Coast. And we are praying that as everything starts, everything will come to a full circle where the whole of Ghana will see what the item are doing for us. Thank you once again, Mama T.
Blessed love.
Yes.
Yeah, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 51 gone into the R7 here on Asaase Radio, the voice of our land. Mafia, take a seat. Tomorrow, we're going to have what we call the meet and greet. You understand me? Michael, if you're ready, I want you to show me the flyer, you understand me, so that the people them can see about the meet and greet with Ras Shiloh and also Ras Indio tomorrow at Akuma Village. This is Asaase Radio. All right, so Mafia, talk to me about this meet and greet. How is it going to be like?
We give thanks to all the listeners. We give thanks to the Rastafari Council, Musiga, you know, everybody involved in this gesture. We give thanks and give thanks to Asaase Radio same way. Yeah, man, you can see on there they said Rastafari Council of Ghana, Reggae Network Ghana, One Family Yaad, you know, and Africa Lalibela and Africa Unite Sound System. So all this, when you take the Rastafari Council out of it, the Rastafari Council is an entity which governs the Rasta community in Ghana. But the Reggae Network Ghana, Africa Unite, Lalibela, and One Family Yaad, everybody keeps shows, like they are production houses. You know, some of them are promoters, and we keep shows, and we do community shows. Everybody leave their show and support the other shows. So we don't clash our shows. One Family Yaad don't organize shows whilst Africa Unite is playing somewhere in Accra. unless maybe we are in Takrady or Kumasi, then the other one too is somewhere, but we don't really do shows to like same day in Accra. So when we're doing things, we come together to do it. So we asked Mama to link up and said, Ras Shiloh is coming. The same way the vibes went around. And you remember I was telling you, and you told me you and Mama T have talked already. You know, so that is it. It's the same way we're doing it, but this is going to be very special because people like Priestex is going to pull up, you know, and enough people hear Priestex, but they never see him, you know. Star Brown, your brethren, you know. Enough elder, Rasta elders.
You mean the one me lock off wedding at Akuma village, right? And it has become a problem. Me lock him off, you know.
It was an entertainment, man.
Of course.
Big up Star, big up African Star. Oh, you mean, man?
We daddy that, man. We daddy that.
Yeah, man. Big up man like Eiley Jed, you know?
Yeah,
definitely.
Man, Eiley, you know, so all the Rasta community is coming out, you know, and you know, if it was a Monday, you know how the airport is gonna be.
Of course.
You know how the you know how we say the things, you know.
Seriously.
So all those people are coming to the Akuma village tomorrow.
The meet and greet.
Yeah, man.
All right.
It's gonna be beer music, and
All
you are a selector on it.
Of course.
You know,
Of
so
course.
you know how Africa and I sound set. You know,
course.
So
Of
we
course.
are giving the full sound.
Of course.
You know, and our DJs on rotation, like the way we did the sound check. Ras Shiloh is going to be there. You know, and remember, there's a sound system from UK. King Ataro sound system. You know, they're supposed to fly out. But on Rookie's show, when Saji told them, yo, Shiloh is coming, they said, yo, man, we can't come here, we don't see Lagazee, we don't see this, but we don't do that. We have to do Africa Unite and Ataro sound meet at Ras Shiloh's meet and greet. So it's going to be a very nice session.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
But you don't know, you know how the thing go. This is, as like Ras Shiloh says, unity thing.
Okay.
And we stand for unity. That's why we say African Unite Sound System.
Okay.
You know?
All right. So Mafia, I would like to get this clear understanding about how the whole thing will run from the beginning to the end. I don't want people coming to the venue with one particular expectation and it will not be met. I know Ras Shiloh is going to be there, Ras Indio is going to be there. You understand me? These are the people, these are highlights, you know, for, you know, tomorrow. But I would like to know, how is it going to be like? You understand me? Are they supposed to stand in one corner where people will come and say, oh, Akwaba and all that?
No,
how
man,
is it going to
when
be?
you come, you will see the same.
All right.
Remember that Bosco is the president of Rastafari Council.
I know.
And that man there.
I know.
Yeah, man. So you put way another. The programs is Martin is already in Akuma village.
Okay.
Putting things together for tomorrow. So,
Okay.
you know, big up one family at Jagod, you know, Shamo, everybody, you know, I creation. Yo, Pizarro Sound System member. You know, when I go on radio, I never forget this man, Kocha B.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we did that, you know.
Definitely.
All the youth from Labadi, all the Rasta youth from Labadi, when you take Raswanta, Kunta, that you Bosco them out, from our time, you know, it's Hatika Radical.
Culture B. All right.
You know, and he said this thing like Africa, he was training us.
Okay.
So tomorrow is going to be boom bam.
All right. All
And
right.
we have some artists who will be doing some pass through, you know.
Okay.
The Simple Entertainer, Conqueror, Kombolo, you know, Messiah, Black Messiah. So, and Black Eye. Wastik too is on his way from Cape Coast. Coming. Wastik. He was with us in Cape Coast.
Yes, I'm my brother.
You know, all the Cape Coast entourage, you know.
Yeah, man.
So tomorrow, all of them are coming. I think Papa Flavor too said he'll be coming from Takrady.
Okay.
With his crew, you know. So I'm looking at the enthusiasm, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, man. It's going to be very, very nice. And
All right.
it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. So, people, roll out in your numbers. You understand me? Roll out and come in, because tomorrow Shiloh and then Ras Indio are going to be, you know, live at Akuma village. You understand me? You know, they are going to be there. So try your possible best anywhere you find yourself, and then you step in. What time is it going to be tomorrow?
Yeah, you know where we set up quick.
Yeah,
So
I know.
Roughly by 4:34, people are rolling in, you know, because you can't come and meet Shiloh there.
Okay.
You must be there before Shiloh come. But you know, we're still there on road.
Yeah, of course.
We're doing some things. We're having meetings. We're having some 1 or 2 things, you know. So we'll be there. But the sound is already getting ready, you know. And Martin is there and putting things in place. Martin is the organizer of Rastafari Council, like the deputy organizer of Rastafari Council. So, like he's in place there dealing with the thing.
Okay. All right. We give thanks every time. Easy. My name is King Lagazee, and my producer says we have 2 more minutes to 8 o'clock, and my producer says, Lagazee, why don't you open the phone lines for people to call in? We have Shiloh seated, we have Ras Indio, seated. You understand me? In case you want to ask any question, please feel free. And my producer said only one line is working this evening. I am wondering why only one line is working. So the number to call is 0548 888-995. 0548-888-995 is the number for you to call, and let's have a beautiful reasoning right now with Shiloh alongside Ras Indio. If you have any question, feel free and call in. I have Mama T also seated over here, the brain behind these 2 giants, coming, and also have Ras Mafia from Africa Unite Sound System, who are also putting, making sure that the grounds will be fertile for these people to move. I have a caller on the line. Hello, what is your name? Where are you calling from? Hello? Sorry about that. Please fix up the line and let's kick it.
Here comes Ras Shiloh. She couldn't wait to celebrate. She was standing by my gate. Last night she told me I was great. She epitomized my entire life.
Someone is on the line. Hello. Blessed. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Gideon from Ashaiman.
Gideon from Ashaiman.
Lagazee.
Yeah, Gideon.
I just want to ask one question. Please, is this the same Shiloh that featured Buju Banton?
Oh.
Yes, I. Big up yourself, King. Ras Shiloh there.
Please try to play me that track before you do.
All right, I'll play that track before I leave.
And please come out, man. Come out to the meet and greet on the thousands, man. Ras Shiloh there live. Living colors, man. You know what I mean? Ready for meet my people, them, My first time in Ghana.
Yes, definitely.
I see my people, them.
Definitely. So Shiloh is here in person, the same person that featured with Buju Banton.
Yes,
you understand me?
We same one, man.
Yeah, man. So we are not joking around here. 0548 888-995 is the line for you to call. In the meantime, someone is on the line. Hello. Yeah, what is your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, man. Greetings, King Lagazee.
Respect. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Lion.
Calling from where?
Accra.
Lion, talk to me.
Big up, Lion.
Isaac King.
Respect.
And Shiloh.
Yes, Lion, big up.
Welcome to Ghana.
Thank you.
And one question we have to say is Shiloh featured Buju Banton? Why didn't he come to Ghana with Buju Banton?
Buju there on the road, I deal with some different mission right now,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Also, respect, enough love, enough respect.
Thank you.
And most welcome.
I'm looking forward to seeing you, man. Seeing?
Yeah, man. The man will come with Billy, man.
All right. Blessed. Give thanks every time. The number to the line is hot like pepper. You understand me? 0548 888-995 is the number for you to call. And the people them say, all right, hello.
Yo.
What?
Lagazee.
Yeah, what is your name? Where are you calling from?
Well, no, my name is Wildfire. I'm calling from Denchira,
Denchira. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Big up Mafia Ras them too, you see.
Respect.
Yo, King Shiloh.
Yes, Rastafari.
Welcome in Ghana. You see, we can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Thank you, my brother. Rastafari.
Yeah, man. We love that your voice. You sing tomorrow also,
Well, you know, we can't do that and we not bless the people with a little thing because at the end of the day, our first time here, so I just to love. Yes. And we just want to see all our people them come out, man, and come support righteousness, you know, and come bless we up.
That is the thing. Welcome to the motherland once again.
Yes. Thank you.
Respect.
All right. Yeah, man. Okay. Yeah, man. So it's getting hot in here. Everything good and everything is all right. My name is King Lagazee. Ras Shiloh alongside Ras, Indio is here. You understand me? Making sure that everything is everything good. 0548 888 995. Hello.
Hello.
What is the name? Where are you calling from?
Lagazee.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening. What is the name? Where are you calling from?
Some DJ, sir.
Who?
Oh, some prison.
Oh, all right. All right. Okay, so people, you see, this is the only show on Asaase Radio where people they are prison yard and I call from the prison yard, Wow. I tell you.
Big up Rusky. Big up Rusky.
Bless up yourself.
Big up Rusky.
Big up Rusky.
Big up Rusky.
Whole firmness.
All right.
Big up.
Yeah, man. Blessed.
Big up yourself, brother.
Yeah, man.
We say behind iron bars and brass gates, where people rehabilitate,
Big up, brother. Big up.
Yeah, man. Respect. All right. Every time. Yes, I. So, Adami, I assure you, say, everywhere the people them day in Ghana, them are tuning in and are listening to this show.
Right.
All the prisons them, at the point in time, even management, even whole way. You understand me? To a level where, you understand, but everything good. You understand me? Because the people them love the show.
Respect.
You see me?
Respect.
So I was telling my producer that it's about time we need to go into the prison yard and play a show for them over there. So whole a reason and all these things. You understand? Because the people them love the show and always are calling. You understand me? Mm-hmm. And even though they're not supposed to use phone in there. Hello.
Still a reach out.
King Lagazee.
Blessings.
Yeah, man, this is Nene Dubin calling from Addis Ababa, New Flower
Addis Ababa.
Yeah, man, blessed.
Ethiopia.
Yeah, man.
Blessings, Queen.
Blessed love.
Big up to Ras Shiloh, Mama T, and Ras Indio.
Give
respect.
Thanks.
Thank you, Queen.
I suggest that they take the tour to the prison so they could donate to the prisoners too, just like they did for the blind and then the deaf.
Okay. Yeah. So Nene, what they are saying is they want to take care of this, for the meantime. After they are done with this, they can extend helping hand to other, communities too. Which I feel the prison yard is part of it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All
right. Charlie, respect.
Mafia.
Yeah, man. Give thanks every time. Yeah, man. So the line hot like pepper. Carlin, we have Shiloh, Mama T, Ras Mafia, and Ras Indio over here. And everything is everything. 0548 888 995 is the line for you to call and talk to us. Ask any kind of question you want to ask. You understand me? A lot of people, when I put out the flyer, people were calling me, asking me all sort of questions. I'm like, but wait. You understand me? Wait till the D-Day. The D-Day is here. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. But, okay, let me go on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Blessed, what is your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Emmanuel. I'm from Cape Coast.
Emmanuel from Cape Coast. Talk to me, Emmanuel.
Yeah, I'm welcome. I welcome all the crew. Greetings to them. Welcome to Ghana.
All right, respect. All right.
Bless
Rastafari.
Bless up yourself, brother.
All right, man. Give thanks. All right, love. All right.
Big up the whole of Cape Coast.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Love Cape Coast.
Yeah, man. So, yo, chill.
Easy.
Jaja. Easy. Everyone are tuning in and are listening. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
And the people them say, I need to play Shiloh and Buju. Everything is everything. Everything is all right over here in the studios of Asaase Radio, the voice of our land. And it's been a beautiful conversation with Ras Shiloh, Ras Indio, Mama T, and also Mafia Ras. So for the hard way this evening on Asaase Radio, on Yaad Settingz Jam with King Lagazee, Narrow Bower, Empress Debbie, and Junior Maestro.
Easy. Come on.
Now, wrapping up, let me start with Mama T. You know, hey, someone is on the line. Yo. Yo.
Yeah, man, Rastafari, I love you.
Blessings. Your name, sir?
Johnny Blaze, calling from Eastern One Prison.
Wow. All right. Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Big up yourself, Johnny Blaze. Ras Shiloh said that. Same thing.
All right. My producer says, is that right? You understand me? These our brothers over there are not supposed to use phone. You understand me? But True say them love we show, you understand me? So yeah, man.
Take the risk.
Of course.
Johnny Blaze, which block you there? Johnny, which block you there?
No, hold on. I'm not up on the line. Let me take him out for the meantime.
No, man, but I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
You see the artist, the first person who come is my artist, you know.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Artist,
Big up Rusky, man. Big up Rusky.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Give thanks. So, Mama T, in wrapping up, what do you have for Ghanaians in terms of what is on the table now? When are we supposed to see, the whole thing bubbling, the whole thing moving? In terms of your plans on the table?
Well, at this point, in terms of a show for Ras Shiloh, we're going to continue to work that into Ghana, and we'll announce it when the time comes. But in the meantime, we want to continue to make sure that we keep our promise in terms of raising funds, collecting the supplies that's needed, finding human resource people to come to train and do workshops and teach people how to do sign language and things of that nature. And so that's what we have so far. And like I said, we're not doing this alone. We have the blind and deaf school headmasters and vice presidents and presidents of the board there. They're we're doing this in alignment and everything. And so once we get everything put together, we're going to do a big lunch, and people in Ghana would know. And it's not just a Rastafari thing, it's for everybody, it's for the entire community of Ghana. And once we leave Ghana, we're going to continue to push the needs for the schools outside of Ghana, U.S., wherever it take us, Canada, wherever we have allies and the community people that's ready to work alongside us. So we're not in this alone.
Okay. All right. So Ghana, the IDM have to understand what Mama T just said. Everything will come to full circle. So all we have to do is keep our eyes on the road and keep them in prayers. Yes. So that, the enemy is funny. You understand me? As soon as you make plans and all that kind of thing, things start move funny. You understand me? But, let's, remember them in our meditations. You understand me? So that anything they said, it will come to pass.
Well,
Mama T.
I just feel like the Almighty is in this, and not only the Almighty, but the ancestors.
Yeah,
and this thing hit me so hard in my spirit because I know if you know Garvey, and if you read the principles of Marcus Garvey, some things you're going to have to realize that it's time for action.
Definitely.
We have been doing too much talking. You understand? And Nkrumah, Malcolm X, these things already been set in place, and we just putting it into action. And we have a small little cause, which is really a big cause, because we're dealing with people that have lack of sight, but yet people who have sight, they can't even see what's going on around them. You understand? Right. So this thing is deeper.
Yeah.
It's spiritual.
Definitely.
You understand?
Definitely.
And black people, we're spiritual people.
Definitely.
So we're using the Rastafari community in the music of Rastafari, because one of the first principles of that is that self-identification as black people.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's where the Pan-African umbrella come to that.
All right.
So we cannot forget that.
Definitely.
So we're not just doing it because they're blind, but we're doing it because they're African children who are blind and deaf.
Definitely.
That's a big difference.
All right. Well said, Mama T. Well said. Well said. So the ancestors, and the Most High, anytime you go upon your knees or meditations, try and remember, You understand me? So that everything will come to full circle. Ras Indio, talk to us, in terms of the project and also tomorrow, your expectations, you understand me, at the meet and greet.
Yeah, man. Truly a blessing to have been here on Asaase Radio.
Definitely.
With yourself, the one and only.
Respect.
Your vibe strong, brother.
Respect.
Right.
As a part of this project, I will only be as supportive as I can.
Yeah.
In any way, shape, or form. When time come around for the big Ras Shiloh concert, you may see me again.
Definitely.
And as Ras Mafia said, we have other projects also that, we'll just keep moving forward to bring all our people all over the globe together as one.
All right.
And at the same time, how the station name? Voice of the Land?
Asaase Radio, the voice of the land.
Voice of the land.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful, you know. So I just
man.
wanted to replay that again. Yes,
Definitely.
I have an album and a song. Voice of the people.
Voice of the people.
That's the next song I will leave with you to start spread pan the people.
All right. No problem at all.
Because the voice of the people is the voice of the Almighty One.
Definitely. Shiloh. Good to see you in person. You understand me?
Yeah, man, for real.
Who would have thought this day would come? You understand me? It was like a dream when I touched Jamaica as well. Going to Jamaica, where reggae music, where we say Jamaica is the headquarters when it comes to reggae music. Going there, pushing sound system culture all my life, being on the soil of Jamaica, enter into a clash.
Dance
winning the clash in Jamaica was another thing.
Yes, sir.
Holding the trophy like this was like a dream. When I step in my apartment, I'm like, no, wait. you truly won this?
Yeah,
because we started the sound system culture movement in Ghana in 2015, where we took the dubplate culture, the clash culture to the radio.
Yes, sir.
You understand me? And it was some kind of new thing to the whole of Ghana. And everybody was like, I nearly lost my job, though, because I was playing hardcore dubplate, and my program director would call me and say, "You've been playing for 30 minutes, and all I'm hearing is Lagazee. What? Why? Are you using my medium to promote yourself?" I'm like, no, what I'm doing is sound system culture, and it demands me to play dubplate. Through that, a lot of people pick the inspiration to start playing dubplate on them shows. We give thanks and praise to the Almighty. You understand me?
Yeah,
and today, we started organizing Sound Clash. The first original Sound Clash with trophy, with money on it. I go deeper into myself, put money together with the help of Sue Money, and we did that in 2016.
Yes, sir.
And it became history. We organized the first sound system culture seminar in Ghana, and every selector, every sound man was present.
Yes,
you understand me? So if I look at where we are coming from, where we've gotten to, that some people think or some people thought we're going to fail. And I told them that no, this is just the beginning. So going to Jamaica to go win that clash was an important, thing for me. And when I came back, I told my people that, listen, if Lagazee can do it, you can also do it. You understand me? And when it comes to sound clash culture, Africa is virgin land. The sounds outside of Africa, they haven't experienced, the sound clash culture deep over here in Africa or in Ghana.
It's different.
So Ghana is a virgin land.
Yes,
so Shiloh.
Listen,
hey,
I don't know if you know but me have my song.
I was going to say, hold on.
You probably don't even know that,
I wanted to ask him, Shiloh. I wanted to ask if Ja Movement is ready for a class with Ja Finger's song.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. Hey, Lagazee, we eat and sleep the thing,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. And I forgot all the vibe, man. Cause I'm not telling you, I love your energy, your vibe. You always just electrifying, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And me watch the clash down at Jamaica too, I'm not telling you, I love what you do with the thing down there. You come from Ghana, and there I come a yard and come put your foot on the ground and represent.
Yes, definitely.
You understand me? I say, and you represent on a big platform because I'm dancehall Thursday It's a very, very, very big platform, same way, you know.
Yeah, man.
And whole heap of people watch it and thing, you know. And trust me, I feel good for see upon it.
Respect.
My sound name is Jaff Fingers, you know. Yes, ready. Jaff Fingers, you know. Yeah, man, see it? Yeah,
Don't
man,
play.
for real, man, you know. I mean, I have to bless up all of the people, them, you know what I mean? All of my brethren, them, you know, see it, and I want to big up my brethren, Solomon, you know, see it, and I want to bless up my brother Kendricks, you know what I mean? Which is managed the same way. You know, see it, I want to big up my brethren, Pazero, you know, I want to big up Kendricks Queen, right? So love you like that. You know the thing of Queen Jody, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, I want to big up all of Ghana. You know, see it, you know, and we not depend on the talk thing, brethren. We come for just do our works and do what we have to do. We know come for make broken promises and them things. We come for show the people them what I want. I want to big up all of my brothers and sisters that's locked behind bars because enough of them dead and them shouldn't even be there.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, see it. So I want to big up all of the warrior them and all of the black them.
Yeah.
Because we say behind iron bars, brass gates, where my people rehabilitate. Behind iron bars, brass gates, educated with hate. Behind iron bars, brass gates, where my people rehabilitate. Behind iron bars, brass gates, some walking, yet carried out to graves. Carried out to graves. Yeah, man. Big up all of the people, them, man. Rastafari I live. I want to see the people them come out tomorrow, man, because I'm ready for greet my people and meet my people, and because this is my first time in Ghana. You know, see it, and trust me, my brother. You know what I mean? We just want to big up all of the people, and we love all of the people, them. See? Rastafari lives and reigns over all things.
Sure.
All right, blessed. Mafia, you closing the whole thing for us. Tomorrow, the expectations for the meet and greet.
Yeah, man. Big up everybody, and we want everybody to come out. Remember, there will be some dignitaries around, like Neo Sabuakwe, the
Soto Manche,
Chief, and the Ga Ublantai Manche. You know, Neo Sabuakwe Busangi. And yeah, your Mpesa Congo will be there, then Mpesa Ntaraj will be there, you know, and all the reggae fraternity, and people who are even not Rastas, just reggae lovers, you know, and people who want to give out. You get people who know this gesture is a very potential gesture. They are coming out, and we can't say more. Just come and just enjoy Ras Shiloh and Ras Indio and the sound system, Ataro sound system and African sound system. King Lagazee, the 7-star.
Lagazee,
the 7-star general is going to be there, you know. Yeah, man. Black Santin. Everybody is going to be there.
All right.
So those who have missed people, Ras Shiloh and Ras Indio have bring you. It's in. So come in and meet everybody.
Yes,
come meet all the family. I don't know.
We can't wait.
Yeah, man.
Looking forward.
Big up Baba. You know? Big up Baba.
Yeah, man.
General.
Yeah, man. Baba, large up yourself, you know. No more.
Yeah. And it's free. It's free. Man. Yeah, it's free. So come in your numbers at Akuma Village tomorrow from 12 p.m. to break of dawn. You understand me? Yes. Everything is everything. Everything is all right. My name is King Lagazee, the 7-star general.